This is what we came for. Spending tons and tons of money to be able to do the bridge.
Day one of Into the Heat Ride 2021. Heading out from my home in Vernon, I decided to avoid the Coquihalla and take Highway 5A from Kamloops to Hope, BC. Beautiful Twisty past Trap Lake, Stump Lake, Nicola Lake, and several others. We would see temperatures in the 40s on this trip, hence the title. This is our annual Motocamping trip, and day one has me meeting up with Chris, aka Critter Moto, in Hope. We will meet Scott and Jared in Okanagan Falls on day two. A little bit more kick with this new exhaust, this Yoshimura.
Yeah?
Feels like there's just a little bit more snap. It could be psychological, but
no, I bet you there is.
I'll take it.
Once met up with Chris, the idea for today's ride was to utilize the Trans-Canada Trail leading into the KVR. Chris on his beloved Honda 250L, not a great fan of the Coquihalla and a lot of pavement riding, so we're trying to do as much of this as off-road as possible. And so I'm new to navigating and getting used to my Garmin, and you can see from all the U-turns here that took us a while to figure out where the trailhead where it was for multi-use. But we eventually managed to link up with KVR on the Coquihalla. Lots of starts and stops and washouts and dead ends because of pipeline construction, road construction, that kind of thing. But
so here's the part I can't tell about any of this. Oh yeah. I don't know if this is a multi-use trail or not. I'm going to guess that board up there might tell us, so why don't we walk up there and have a look.
as you'll see, we eventually got onto the KVR. It was a very cool ride, very cool day.
Okay, I'm confused. All it says is the word road.
This was starting to feel like it could be a really long day, especially if we couldn't even find our way out of Hope.
This is what we came for.
It's spending tons and tons of money just so we could live under a bridge like homeless people. Well, we couldn't avoid riding the Coquihalla up to the summit, and we finally found access to the KVR railway near the Britton Creek rest site. And it was totally wild to come across the trailhead and have to duck underneath the overpass to get access to it. But I was totally pumped to finally find this trail and finally get some off-road and experience the KVR. Our riding mate Murray always says, to have some fun, you always got to have some adversity in your adventure. So how are we doing so far, Murray? What do you think of this? Well, I thought I should test out the strength of the current, see if we're going to get the bikes through this rushing creek. But now I'm over on the other side. I guess I'm committed to coming back over again. At this point, I'm thinking, man, if I fall in, I'm going to feel like a massive idiot. At least I got it on video.
That was pretty exciting. Oh man, shit, eh? Oh, but I got it on video. Yeah.
The entire Coquihalla Highway is lined with wildlife fence, and I'm not sure how Chris managed to spot it, but he spotted this gate through the wildlife fence. So that was a godsend. We were not going to have to do that creek crossing, and we were not going to have to backtrack a long ways either. So kind of cool to ride in between the Coquihalla Highway and that big wildlife fence. Coquihalla Highway, but this is the first one where there was actually a bypass that we could take. So as you can see, this is where it starts to get a little spicy.
This little spot here is just wide enough for me and my panniers. But we made it through no problem. Having more trouble walking through it on the video. But this is Larson Hills motorized area, south of Coquihalla. Pretty cool. Just and I survived yet another adventure.
Well, as we started to encounter ranch lands, we knew that we were getting closer to our final destination, which would be Tulameen. We'd actually end up camping at Otter Lake Provincial Park. But this is the land of 1,000 gates, because the KVR makes its way through many different pieces of ranch land property, so a lot of on and off, and hitching the gate through this area. But it was very beautiful, beautiful land.
Hi, guys. You're good, buddy.
Well, we had scoped out a campsite at Otter Lake Provincial Campground, but decided we wanted to race into Tulameen to see if we could find the general store open in hopes of finding ourselves a nice cold beer. Absolutely love these small town general stores. You can find everything in here. You got your ice, you got your beef jerky, you got your greasy pepperoni, greasy donuts, you got beer, you got a post office, suntan lotion, spare parts, motor oil, everything you could possibly need. But you know what? You gotta get there before 6 o'clock, or they're closed. And so is the rest of the town.
Oh, so it's open. ATVing around here? Yeah. There is Coal Mountain, another little town in the direction that we're going to go to that other campground, so we'll just head for there. Okay. But we might find the same thing. Might just be full bar and fireball. Yeah.
Yeah, no luck in Colmont either. But the site operator at Otter Lake, what a great guy. Gave us his last 2 cold beer.